All right, guys, I was able to make over $10,000 today trading the downside in the market. And recently there's been so many good short opportunities in the market. And in this video, I'm going to recap exactly how I'm able to catch some of these short setups, why I'm even looking at the downside to begin with, and how you're able to replicate and recreate these exact ideas and trade the downside to make money in the markets. Because the truth is, you don't always have to play the upside in the markets. You can also play the downside. You can make money while stocks go down. And then later on, you could use those trading profits to buy great companies and long-term investments to be able to hold for a longer period of time. So get out of that mentality that you always have to long. If there's good setups at the downside, you could take those to the downside. And today I'll explain the exact process of why I took these trades, what I looked for in the market, and how you could do the exact same thing. Let's get straight into it. All right, guys, so today we'll be covering the short that I made on the ticker MU. This one was a beautiful downside move. You can see today almost down 8% on the day. Caught an absolutely massive put position on this for a 150% win. Still in the position because I had such a good entry. There's no reason to sell the full position. If this continues to go lower and lower and lower, we're going to continue to make money off of this move. So as always, what you want to start with is you want to look at what the market is doing. You want to see what it's doing, where it's at in relation to the moving averages. Now, when we opened today in the morning, the market was gapping up. So if we go on the hourly, you can kind of see that we were gapping up on Nvidia earnings. But if you look at the daily, we were under all the key moving averages, and we clearly had a rejection of the moving averages. And that tells us our trend. This is why you always want to start on the major indexes and always look at the bigger time frame so you can see what the market is doing. Is it uptrending? Is it downtrending? We've been downtrending for the last few days and the last few weeks. And since that is the case, we're going to be favoring a downside move because the market has been proving to us that it's weak and bulls haven't been proving to us that they can hold an uptrend. So that's why I was looking at the downside for today. And the NASDAQ in the morning started to reject right off the 821 EMAs. It failed to make new highs in the morning. And then everything kind of started to break down when it lost the low of day. And this is where I really started to get bearish on the market. Now, there was a lot of different setups you could have traded, but the reason why I chose MU is because this one has actually been a leader in the market, but it formed a failed breakout about 3 days ago on this day right here. So what is a failed breakout? It's when a stock basically tries to make a move higher, but fails to break above and kind of sweeps the high. This traps a lot of late longs. It also stops out some shorts that got maybe short a little bit late here, and it kind of shakes up the market. It creates a little bit of a sweep, and then a really big move usually happens after that. So I started noticing that on the ticker MU. And I also started noticing today in the morning that the theme in the sector, which has been incredibly strong, again, this is another stock within this sector, SNDK. This one was an absolutely monster stock, which had moved a ton over the last few months. And it was showing relative weakness in the morning. And when you start to notice that a sector that has been so strong and a stock that's been so strong over the last few months is showing relative weakness when the market is strong in the morning, that's usually a pretty good indication for you that you can see really, really nice move lower in that sector and in that stock, as long as the markets cooperate. So when I started to see that SNDK was breaking down in the morning, this is when I started to get really bearish on MU and started to think this is probably going to be a really nice move to the downside. So where did I enter? What was I looking at? So obviously on the daily, you could see we have a pretty clear level of support right here. We held this spot a few times. This was first tap, second tap, and then third tap yesterday. My spot was literally just the break of the lows. If we were to break these lows here, we're going to obviously make a pretty nice move lower down to the 50 EMA, and that's what I was looking at for my short. So my entry was when the stock started to break the lows right here. My stop was right up here at these highs. And then I was looking to target that 50 EMA, which you could see we basically got to the T. So I'm still in a little bit of this position, but most of the move is pretty much kind of done for what I was looking for. And you could see, as always, guys, volume is high as the stock is breaking down right here, and that is going to be our confirmation. So the moment I started seeing that volume was high as the stock was breaking down, you can see volume started to increase as the stock was breaking a key level. That's going to be our entry. Boom, stop at the high right here, able to catch an absolutely massive move to the downside on this one. Beautiful trade. There was a ton of other good shorts out there. A lot of us in the group caught Palantir, which was another really good one. This one had a massive breakdown as well right off the 8 EMA. Basically everything I've been teaching you guys on YouTube over the last few weeks as the stock market has been kind of declining. And I'm going to make a full video for you guys in the next coming days, breaking down exactly how to short the market and exactly how to catch these setups before they even form. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. All right, guys, that's going to be a recap on the video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you're able to use this in your trading the next few weeks whenever we do have these downside moves. If you want to learn exactly how my strategy works and how I'm able to utilize it and make tens of thousands of dollars every single day in the market, I do have 2 seats open in my inner circle, which is going to be a full mentorship on exactly how I trade, exactly how I'm able to make this amount of money in the market. And I'll be able to teach you this one-on-one and be able to replicate the same exact strategy. If you're interested, just click the link below and join that wait list, and we'll see if we're a good fit to work with each other and level up for the next year. If you enjoyed this video, if you got value, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.